Episode 118. Never say busy to the one who needs you.
You're listening to the very best podcast in the world on health, wealth, and happiness. Please remember to leave a review and share with all your friends and family. And here is your host, Lars Hilser.
Hello, friends. Welcome to the 118th episode of the very best podcast in the world, your only source in the universe for personal supremacy through health, wealth, and happiness. That being said, have we got homework to do? No, I think we're good. So, this is a more philosophical episode, but it really attaches well to the health aspect of what we are talking about here. It's about being busy, supposedly, and having to tell someone that you're currently too busy to attend to their needs. And I think everybody's been through that situation, or has been in that situation, not through it, but in that situation where you had to focus your energy on one particular thing. And therefore you had to forfeit something else. And particularly in situations where very close relatives or friends or family were in need of your attention and your time, you were too busy. And that gives pretty much the most rotten feeling, if you're not a complete psychopath, to someone. You know, if you have to pay attention to something that is more important, essentially, than those people closest to you in your life. And we have to kind of take a step back and think about what people we want to bless with our full attention, commitment, dedication, and so on and so forth. Who is that in your life? Is it just your immediate family? Do you feel that same obligation towards close friends? Do you want to, are you the kind of person that wants to save the world and says, oh, fuck yeah, I'm ready to help everyone at every time. And I am able to divide my focus upon everyone who needs my attention. And there's only so much energy and, focused energy that you can give, because as soon as you start giving it to more people or causes, the amount of energy you're going to be able to provide to someone is going to be less effective, right? Think of it as a as a light bulb versus a laser pointer. The intensity of light that comes out of a laser pointer is much more effective, obviously, than the light of a light bulb. Sure, the light bulb, at least the good old ones, will provide warmth, will provide a comfortable light. But the laser is so fucking focused that, you can actually do very powerful things with it, and direct heat and warmth and comfort. Well, not necessarily comfort, but, to a degree, yeah, towards one specific cause. And that's what this is really about, plus, let's stay there for a moment. So, who are those people? You have to determine that. Who do you want to bless with your energy, with your focused and entire energy, if they need you? Number two, we're going to have to be talking about what I'd like to call energy vampires. Those are people who essentially call wolf every time that, they ran into a door and have a minor problem, whatever that may be. And then when something actually happens and they cry wolf, nobody comes anymore. Nobody pays attention to them because they're just there to make problems and to drain you, or to invent problems to be able to drain other people out of their energy. They need the attention. They need the care. They need, whatever they need. It's a despicable trait because they request something and give nothing. Those are energy vampires. There's nothing that you can actually get out of them. Because if you call them when you need them, they're going to be like, sorry, I'm just busy with my next problem that I called the next guy to whine about and bitch about, right? And that's something to actually really take into consideration. So for me, it's really about trying to be there for everybody who needs my help. I've been for, probably well over a decade on LinkedIn, and one of my most favorite sentences to say there is, "How can I help you?" And I mean it. However, if my family needs my attention, if my partner needs my attention, or even if my dog needs my attention, there's a clear prioritization there, right? Because that's really the bit, again, you have to figure out for yourself, who is your inner circle? Who do you prioritize? And how do you prioritize, right? Is work more important than, helping your parents, visit or make a doctor's appointment or help them through technical difficulties? Is that really that much more important? Depends on what your work is. But I'm sorry that I'm not going to be able to be more helpful. But these are the parts you need to figure out for yourself. I can show you where the door is, but you're going to have to open and walk through it yourself in this episode. That's, I think, what it actually boils down to. Fact of the matter is, there is hardly a situation which you should prioritize before those people who are in your inner circle. And so telling someone that you're busy, despite the fact that they desperately need your help, that they desperately need your emotional assistance, getting through a tough or, uncertain situation they're confronted with, that's a difficult one. That's something you shouldn't do. In fact, if you are confronted with someone who needs your immediate attention, and this request for attention is justified, I think nothing is really more important than that. So in that sense, I hope I was able to help you by showing you the door. Now it's up to you to walk through it and, get your priorities together. And in that sense, I hope I was helpful, despite the fact that I wasn't really. But, now it's up to you to walk through the door and take action. In that sense, I hope, despite the fact that this episode was short and, I didn't really feel like I was able to help, that walking through the door is going to be easy peasy for you. Share this episode with people who have or are confronted with similar situations, or share it with people who, might not have their priorities in order, and share it with that despicable energy vampire that you probably know. And in that sense, please subscribe to the podcast, share it with the world. Have a nice rest of your Wednesday, and we'll be in touch tomorrow when we're going to talk about moves that you shouldn't announce if you haven't made them, or something along those lines. Stay tuned. Peace out. See you tomorrow.